Mother's Day. Oh, Mother's Day 2025 in the books. It's 11:30 and I shouldn't be awake because I'll be very tired tomorrow. But I was like, I want to do an old mom Sunday night video and I can't because I'm so tired. No. What's happened? I think just scratched my glasses. Happy Mother's Day. You know, there's all this pressure to have a really good Mother's Day. And I almost have decided that I need to think of Mother's Day like school picture day. Like, I'm one of the only people on the planet that just doesn't care if people look good for school picture day. Like, I want people to look the way that they're supposed to look on school picture day, which is like themselves, right? And so Mother's Day feasibly should just be a regular old day, right? I think. You just chilled. It was delightful. I did not just chill. I screwed around with boats today. I love nothing more. There's nothing more that makes you want to get divorced than messing with boats. Not one boat, but two boats. Boats. And in the rain with teenagers. Yep. You didn't even take pictures. No pictures. And then I did have a Mother's Day meal at Smithfield Chicken and Barbecue. And Amos and I drove back from the beach. And I just got him to bed. Well, I just heard him. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I've got these phones working up. So anyway, Mother's Day finale. But I just think there are people out there that, I'm going to start it on Facebook too. Hold on. I'm really going to push YouTube. I'm really into YouTube. YouTube is where all the videos are. Mother's Day 2025. So if I know it is really good. If you want to be a subscriber, you can be a subscriber on Facebook for $5 through tonight or through Monday morning, I guess. And then it's always $5 on YouTube. That's kind of good. So it's a special. It's a Mother's Day special right now. What did I do? I slept in. I think too, the other thing, somebody was saying, asked me a question and they said, what advice do you give somebody? Like I'm some expert. But I said, I think a little advice I would tell people is to not lower your expectations, in life. Because I think sorry. This is not working. This is a lot of struggling happening. I have two phones. Lower your expectations in life, and then you don't get disappointed. So I didn't have any dreams that anybody was going to do something for me. Thomas brought Amos McDonald's. I told him to get Amos a senior sweet tea from McDonald's, and he was like, Mom, he's not a senior. You can't get a senior sweet tea. I was like, Thomas, yes, you can. I asked McDonald's, and they said anybody can order the senior sweet tea. It's cheaper. Oh. So that was good. And I had coffee with a friend. But it wasn't unbelievable. I've cleaned up. I made some beds. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Right? Isn't that the key? If you're a mother, you have learned that. What I find interesting is how many people wish other people Happy Mother's Day. Like it's a birthday. It's very nice. I just don't take the holiday that seriously. My husband got me a present, a really good present too, a painting with the Edenton trolley in it. I love it. I mean, a present. I was like, you got me a present? Are we supposed to get presents for these pretend holidays? Darn it. So tonight I was lying in bed with trying to get Amos to sleep, and I was screwing around on Facebook, and I was like thinking, oh, I'm going to get some things done. I'm going to unfollow some people on Facebook because I have all these followers, or I have people I follow, but they're never any people that I see. So I'm like, maybe I have like 800 followers. So now I have 650. Show us your new painting. I'll show y'all in the morning. I'll show my subscribers in the morning. And we're going to have a good time because we're going to be with Lori for a haircut tomorrow morning. So I went through, and you kind of forget who you followed over the last, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. So I made a list of the people that I unfollowed. And I just thought this was it's kind of funny. And I was trying to remember when I followed these groups. So it's like you can see a history of your life. And have you heard about how Travis Kelce has unfollowed Ryan Reynolds? There's some ad effects using hand gestures during a video call. What in the ever loving hell is that? Does this still work? You used to do this on Facebook and it would make it rain. So anyway, I go through who I unfollowed. Solo Travel Society. That must have been when I didn't have children. I was young and full of hope. It's all about people that want to travel alone. It's never going to happen for me. I know this unfollowing thing. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol. I think that's because I'd gotten a ticket and I was going to write a nice post, see if it would help me get out of it. The, the problem, nobody send me messages if these are your pages. I cannot take it. I don't need the criticism. I'll ban you for life if you message me because you belong to these pages. Andrea, I said that Travis Kelce has unfollowed Ryan Reynolds, and it is a real debacle on the Facebook. People are going crazy. The Promised Land Dotson Sanctuary. Did I ever follow the Dotson Sanctuary? Why would I have done that? I don't like Dotsons. There was this Dotson. Was it a Dotson? Dotsons are the ones that look like the hot dogs. Yeah, it was a Dotson Doberman combo. Now there's all these Labradoodles and Labra retrievers. Well, back then when I was growing up, they just they bred Dachshunds with Doberman just so that you could ride around in the neighborhood on your bicycle and get attacked every time I came down the hill by my cousin's house. Dachshunds are fun. They're fun if you want to lose your ankle. The Promised Land Dotson Sanctuary. Air Portugal. Now, I remember when I followed Air Portugal, and the reason I followed Air Portugal is because my mother was printing out her boarding pass at the airport, and we were flying Air Portugal. And the boarding pass, at the Air Portugal kiosk, or not the kiosk even, the big desk, didn't have enough ink. So whenever we took the boarding pass to get through the TSA, they were like, it doesn't have enough ink. We're like, well, they're printing it. It's not our fault. And they were like, no. So later, finally, we got approval. You didn't feel bad because you did not spend Mother's Day with your mother. No, I didn't. No, because I'm in a family where we love each other and we acknowledge that sometimes we're very busy. And my mother and father went to lunch together. It was his birthday, too. So I didn't spend the day with him for that either. Because I have a father-in-law and a teenager and an 11-year-old with autism and a husband. Sometimes we just do the best we can And this week, Adrian is going to spend Tuesday night with the birthday boy and the mother. So there you have it. Um, I had followed the reindeer farm in Kentucky. It's the first Kentucky reindeer farm. Are there are there actually reindeer? Like I really was like thinking, I didn't know reindeer existed. And then I was like, no, Adrian, what you're talking about are unicorns. Do you remember how Barnum Bailey Circus had a unicorn? They had like taken a goat and like done a thing in it. Um, oh, this is a good one. The Atlantic. The Atlantic I love, but I really follow the Atlantic because my very good friend from high school, Jamie Jones Thompson, is now a staff writer with the Atlantic, which is really exciting. Walden's Puddle. I was like, what is Walden's Puddle? That was a very old follow. It's an injured wildlife site. And I followed them because we had a big storm 3 houses ago. I mean, this is a long time ago. 3 houses ago, we had a big storm, and I found a baby squirrel in the yard. I was pregnant as a house, and baby squirrels have no hair. What time is it here? It's very late. It's 11:45. And it looks like this, and they look naked. And I looked up online, like when you have the computer online, and it said they have to be fed like every hour. And I started crying and was like, I can't raise a squirrel. And if I can't raise a squirrel, how am I going to raise a human? So I looked up this group, and then somebody came and picked the squirrel up. Or maybe I met them in Elizabeth City. Vamoose. Do y'all know what vamoose is? If you don't, you're lucky. Vamoose is when you have lice. That happened during COVID. We all had lice. And we didn't just have like the nits, which are little like eggs. We had like full on bugs. See Gen Try. See Gen Try is a site for an over 50 triathlete. That must be when I thought I was going to start exercising like a couple Januaries ago. Noose River Golden Retriever Rescue. Now that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. That must be when life was too easy and I felt like we needed to get honor a friend. And no, we can't get a dog. We've got a grandpa and an Amos. Um, Wilmington plastic surgery. That is because Blair called me and said, I'm bleeding and I don't know why. And she was at tennis camp and I had to drive down to Wilmington. And she was like, I just woke up. Maybe I got hurt yesterday. And beside her bed was like a very sharp desk. I was like, you fell out of the bed in the night and cut your darn chin. So we took her to Wilmington Plastic Surgery and they did a very nice job. This is kind of this one is really sort of dark. Little Angel Gown. I think I was looking for like what you could do with old wedding dresses because I had this brief period where I was moving and I was like, I'm going to get rid of everything. And there's this Facebook page called Little Angel Gown, and they transform wedding dresses into beautiful, they call it, quote, beautiful infant funeral attire. Yes, I didn't unfollow Wilmington. Actually, I couldn't. I was like, I better keep them in my Rolodex. Funeral attire for babies from wedding dresses? Oh, this is horrible. Paradise Orphanage. Again, that was another time that I was clearly thought I needed more to do. I did unfollow the orphanage. I cannot be, I can't be, I can't do that. Easy recipes. Never, ever, ever gonna cook anything from Easy Recipes. I like that I'm having a conversation and I get these questions like, what did you eat for dinner? Do you take shots? Did you see your mother today? What? How's Blair doing in school? Where do these questions come from? Do you still get your period? I mean, what in the ever loving, you know what? Virginia Cavaliers, that must be before I found out, no, but you couldn't get into college and Thomas had no hope getting in there. The Ocracoke Health Center. Oh, that's when I thought I had the COVID and I needed to go get a COVID test. You lost a son and personalized his final outfit. The with no, I would, I mean, my brother died and was buried. It's not having an outfit. It's turning the wedding dress into the infant outfit. A wedding dress. Like I didn't make the connection of like that's what a wedding dress would get turned into. That's what I think is interesting. Not that, you want infant funeral attire, just a wedding dress. But it's just me. It just seems a little unusual. Moms for Liberty. I love the Moms for Liberty because every year I really think I want to go to their conference because they're nuts. They're having a conference in October and it's called Joyful Warriors. And if I could get Kate to go, I might go. Shibumi. Oh, I love a Shibumi. But I'm so annoyed. I keep reaching out to Shibumi and I'm like, can we please work together? Like, I want to collaborate with you. I love my Shibumi. And they're like, yeah, no, no, we're too busy. Shibumi. Neil Goodwin Photography. So that's actually not on the unfollow list. That is if you are looking for someone to follow, I listed two. Neil Goodwin Photography and New Living Waters. Very wonderful Facebook pages. Neil Goodwin is a friend who did my children's composite pictures. Very good. And New Living Waters is another friend. They started like a addiction rehabilitation center in Raleigh. It's very nice. Very nice. Somebody doesn't understand pregnant as a house. Like big as a house, pregnant as a house. A shibumi. It's like an umbrella with two poles in this flappy material. Now they have the quiet shibumi, which they probably created first. Tresemme. Why would I have followed Tresemme? Tresemme. I cannot imagine why I would have followed Tresemme. Oh, and here's one. Jack Brown Beer and Burger Joint in Richmond. So I love Jack Brown burgers. But that like gives me PTSD to read that because we had gone to Jack Brown Burgers in Richmond. And one, it was really loud in there, which is nobody's fault. Though I did say, do you mind? Could we sit away from the music? We moved. Could you turn it down just a little bit? Like it was, when music's so loud, you're shouting to talk. And I've been in other Jack Browns and it's not that loud all the time. But we were moving through that. We had the books. We were doing okay. We'd gotten to the back and Amos wanted ice cream because he saw an ice cream. He's Oh, yes, Tresemme. Okay, we'll go back to that. So Amos wanted ice cream, and the girl said, "Oh, there's ice cream next door." And I was like, "Great, we'll go get ice cream right this second because we are trying to eat. 6 people have family dinner at a restaurant, and we do whatever's necessary so that Amos can stay here." And the person had the gall to say, "Oh, you're not allowed to bring outside food in." I said, "I can't bring ice cream in for an autistic child?" No. And I would have had a great big noisy fuss, but my children like don't want me to have a big noisy fuss. And it was so dumb. And I wrote a mean Facebook page. I need to call about that though and follow up. And when I'm in Richmond, I'm going to go by there personally and have like a chit chat about that. So, yes, I was just reminded, not remembered, of why I wrote about Tresemme. So, when I was we were in Jackson Hole, there were these girls in like unitards dancing. And I marched my fat tush over there and said, "What are y'all doing?" And they were Tresemme influencers. I mean, I could be a Tresemme influencer, right? I couldn't walk in with the ice cream. My teenagers had a heart attack. They're rule followers. I wish I had my hair like this for the Tresemme influencers. And you got restricted or banned for it. I did not. No, I didn't. Anyway, there's that. So if you are following and you're watching on YouTube, give me a double click like. If you're watching on Facebook, $5 able to become a subscriber. And we do morning coffee chats. And I'm really like, Facebook videos are about to be adios amigos unless they're subscriber paid videos, because I made a half of, I didn't even know this was possible. I made a half a penny, 1/2 cent on a video with 50,000 views. Did you know you can make a 1/2 cent? And so it's like the point of the thing. I'm just not going to do it for a 1/2 cent. I'll go over to YouTube where I have like no followers. I have 12,000 subscribers, and I'm going to just climb my way to the top. So I will do subscriber videos on Facebook and videos on YouTube. So anyway, there's that. So become a supporter. Can't wait to meet y'all in Austin. So this week is exciting. Tuesday, we'll go stay in my parents' house, Thomas and I, and he is going to the Bahamas fishing, and I'm going on a work trip. I'm not sure how that, oh gosh, I look like those people that were with that that terrible pedophile sadist, not Jeff Jones, you know, the religion where they all wear the light dresses and they obey. I heard it's going to be 103 in Texas. Holy crap, I'm going to die. I won't. I'll just be hot. Yay, Melissa. So Tuesday night will be in Rocky Mount. Wednesday, we will get up at the Warren Jeffs. That's right. Get up at the crack to go to the airport. Yes, I will give you big videos on YouTube so we know to go over and not miss out. Yes, I will. I sure will. And subscriber Facebook on YouTube. Yes, I will. Subscriber Facebook and YouTube members get to see the same videos. So I have 2 phones going at all times. See, like this? See how you can see each other? So that I can do videos at each place. So what I was doing before, which I'm going to get back to doing, is doing YouTube members and Facebook subscribers together, because it's just necessary. It's just necessary. I mean, I literally get 3 phone calls a week from somebody at Meta that wants me to create these AIs. Have you heard about this AI business? So I'm going to show you. Well, I don't know if I have Instagram on this iPad. If I do, I can show you. It is the darndest thing. I've been meaning to. Oh, Instagram. I must not. No, I don't have Instagram on here. Well, anyway, I'm going to do that. I have an AI So annoying. Yay, Christine just subscribed. $5. $5. Um, so yeah, flying to Austin, gonna be at Book People bookstore Wednesday night. If you would like to come, we would love to have you. Kate, Carrie, and I, all three authors of Autism Out Loud. And then on Thursday, we're going to be in San Antonio getting ready for a conference for 300 people that Kate is putting on with two other women, and I'm just assisting and speaking because I have to. You're going to miss out on views on YouTube if we have to be members to watch. Well, you're not even watching on YouTube right now. How do I see you on YouTube? You go to Tales of an Educated Debutante. You know, not having views, you don't, I mean, I cannot do videos and make half a penny. Like, has anybody, you can't even get anything out of a gumball machine for a half a penny. Everything now is a quarter. That means I'd have to do 50 videos to get one gumball. 50 videos. I could probably make more money by showing my feet. Is Amos going on the trip? Is Amos going on my work trip? No. Do other people take their children when they go to work? Like if I was a man, would somebody say, is Amos going with you on your business trip? No, they wouldn't say it. Why? Why do they say it to women? No, no, it's a work trip, Amos going. Why isn't anybody asking if he's going with Thomas to the Bahamas? Thomas to the Bahamas. Um, and my sister-in-law is coming to stay with my father-in-law, and then our caregiver will help with Amos. So we are at a point in life where we have to have two caregivers in the house. Two caregivers. It's a lot every year. It's a lot. Two caregivers. Half a penny. It's bad times. Bad, bad times. Who takes care of Amos when you're gone? We have Mary, who has been helping us for years, and she is my right arm, which is perfectly amazing and wonderful because I couldn't work without childcare. I love when people a lot of times say, a lot of people subscribe to Talk Autism and Amos and they rarely see him. It's been all book talk lately. Well, Amos has never been the key feature of my blog. I mean, I might talk about him, but I don't like, well, one, Amos doesn't want to do anything that you say anyway. He was really funny today. Oh, I need to share that reel. He did two new things today. He asked when and he asked why. I said, we're going to go to the Coral Bay Club when it's done. And he said, when? He's never asked when. He would say, like, how many sleeps? And then he said, I said, well, we're going to need to go do whatever. And he said, why? Like he knew it. Why? Thankful that you can afford two carekeepers. How do you, if you work, you have to have child care. You have to. You miss the book. You do miss the book. Ugh. Who misses the book? You went to YouTube and you couldn't comment because of my settings. Well, Sandra, that's because you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't let people comment unless they subscribe because I get a bunch of people who are like, let me see your toes. Yeah, I mean, if you work, you have to have a caregiver. Teachers have to be able to afford a caregiver. Nurses have to be able to afford a caregiver. Why is it that people say that? I really don't understand. Lawyers have to afford a caregiver. If you work at McDonald's, you have to be able to afford a caregiver, right? I mean, I would have to quit work. Oh, I like me light work, especially if I was in charge of these two all the time. Holy cow. This is why. This is why I might go crazy. Um, Subscribing on YouTube is free. Memberships are only $5. That's right. Um, well, that's a good point. My sister-in-law is free, but I'm lucky she can come. She's lucky she can come. She's blessed she can work from home. We know. Um, yeah, I didn't even think about that. See, here's somebody right here. You're so beautiful, white queen. See, Eddie Elliott, that's just no reason to bring up me being white. And one, I'm really not white. I'm kind of ruddy red, tan. Big Thomas, I know. So Big Thomas on YouTube, I have the Big Tanda level, and that's $10 a month. And if you have Big Tanda, you get access to Thomas. That people are very undone that they haven't had access to Thomas. But it's especially for extra family things. He's a catfish. Oh, is he catfishing me? What does that mean? Some people would not be able to afford to because caregivers are so expensive. I mean, could Grandpa get home health? I think so. We haven't gone down that path, but we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it. Uh-oh. See, Eddie just said, I wish I was your slave, beautiful white queen. Eddie, I'm going to have to tell you goodbye. Oh, you've already been deleted. The white queen doesn't need slaves. No, she doesn't. She's not into that. She needs a haircut. She doesn't need that. She wants more subscribers. At one time, I had 5,200 paid Facebook subscribers. Now I'm down to like 3,500. I mean, what's happened? I look good. I need to talk more crime. And I do YouTube. But now this half a penny on a video. I mean, y'all, if it gets any worse, there's going to be no more Tales of an Educated Debutante on the YouTube or the Facebook. She's going to have to get her fanny over to Elizabeth City State and start teaching college classes. She doesn't want to teach college classes because you want to talk about needing caregivers. Me having to stick to a schedule, taking Grandpa to the doctor. I mean, it's bad times. No coffee chats with Adrian. I mean, I'm fun. It won't be fun anymore. Nope. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Well, Medicare does do a lot for people. They have to share with the family or change work schedules. Well, we are sharing with the family. Change work schedules. But you do get Social Security, so you can use that to help pay for some things, which is good if you had a job, There's my sister-in-law right there, my free caregiver that's coming. I'm up late. I know. I don't know why. Because I'm trying to recruit YouTube members and subscribers because I am desperate. Facebook keeps spinning. Really? Oh, yeah, I just really want to be on. I really want people on YouTube. That's why I give a special on the YouTube. What's your take on the Karen Reed trial? Well, I guess I'm going to have to get into it because everybody keeps asking. I just saw the picture of the arm with the scratches. Because one of my people had said it was a dog. And I was like, oh my gosh, it wasn't a dog. Well, I'll be darned. Those scratches looked terrible. Do I have stretch marks under my arm? Oh my gosh. You know, you're getting old when you start having jiggle jaggle. So I'm going to look into it because I don't know. It's bad. Oh my gosh, it's 12 o'clock. I've got to go to bed. I've got to get up and get Skooky up for school, get Grandpa up for something before I go to the haircut. Grandpa needs a haircut. And then I don't know what else. Nothing. Chat with subscriber coffee chat with Lori tomorrow. We have coffee chats. I do about 5 a week, Sheila, in the morning. Where we have coffee chats. And then you know when I'm going to do a video because I give you a heads up. I did not do it today. How long is the $5 deal for Mother's Day going to last? Well, Sandra, since you asked so nicely, why don't we do it through Monday night at midnight? Because, yeah. Or you can do it on YouTube for $5, which I'm really a fan of. But there's some people that just do not understand YouTube. YouTube is great because you can listen or watch while you do other things, which is really nice if you're like a scroller and you're shopping and you're just trying to listen to me yippee yap in your ear. Lori makes me laugh. That's because Lori Knapp Snoots is one of the funniest people on the planet. What time with Lori? I would say 9-ish, 9:15. 9:15. Yes. Yep. Lori, she's coming on. So you better become a Facebook person, Facebook paid member. Carry on. You like when I talk about topics. I do too. My current topics are book, selling a book, peddling a book, traveling for a book, and grandpa. Grandpa's medicine, grandpa's hearing aids. Oh, I need to mail a check for the new hearing aids. Grandpa's shoes, and what else? Teenagers. So I just haven't, this fall, I was really in a good way. This fall, I was like, just chill. You pay $25. That's because you're part of the most exclusive group, the Crazy for Tales group. The Crazy for Tales group is amazing. Caroline, one of my fingers is thinking about coming after you. It's my sister-in-law. You wrote a book. Does everybody want to talk about the book? Do you think I could get, I just said to Kate earlier, could we get a Nobel Peace Prize? You are not desperate, but we watchers may be. Well, maybe I am desperate. How are the new hearing aids working? I don't know. And I'd like to know where the old ones are. I cannot tell that I can't tell that they work. I'm not sure, like, are they on? I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. I, I'm not sure. That might need to be another ride over. Maybe he and Caroline can ride over there this week and do a check. You come up with all sorts of things to do. Last week, we went to Ella's Cafe. He really loves Ella's Cafe. On Thursday, they have cabbage. Wednesday, they have flounder. And on Friday, they have barbecue chicken. Did Grandpa bring up his teeth again? No. Grandpa, made me make an appointment for the dentist, and then he said his teeth didn't hurt. So I'm not sure what happened with that. I'm just not sure. Are you able to see how long somebody has been watching you as a top fan? If you are a paid member, yes, and you get like badges and awards, rewards, awards, untowards. You have a phone app for your dad's hearing aids. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, that'd be good. Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, I'd much rather talk about Brian Koberger, who we are going to get this on the schedule this week to talk about with the subscribers. This is the kind of stuff we do. I let people pick topics and we talk and have more of a conversation like, oh, hey, Cecilia, how are you? Judy, how's your mom? Blah, blah, blah. And Brian Koberger recently got an autism diagnosis, which I think I knew that. And then I must have forgotten it. And it was a recent diagnosis. Why is it like this is one, and I have not heard anybody say this, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm hesitant to say it out loud because I haven't thought about it that intensely, and I'd like to do some research. There's a lot of discussion and chatter about how autism spectrum disorder, the diagnosis has gotten larger, right? Because it includes Asperger's, and it's a very big spectrum. And there used to be several diagnoses that were separated from autism, like Asperger's wasn't considered autism. And now it's under this umbrella. The problem is that somebody like Brian Koberger, who clearly is unusual, now has autism. So people in their heads are like, autism, look, it's him. Well, he is not. So, like, my precious, sweet Amos is sharing with him, and I don't like that. I really think Brian Koberger has, some sort of personality disorder. He's a psychopath. Like, they need to be like, he's more of a psychopath than autistic. So we're not going to let him just claim he's autistic, you know? Yes, the guy that killed all the students that were sleeping. Yes, exactly. So, anyway, things that annoy Adrian, that's one of them. You were told your anxiety is from Satan. That hurts your feelings. Well, I would not let that hurt my feelings because you just need to say, I can't help it if you're dumb. Like, Kate gets her feelings hurt over stuff. And I'm like, that is the dumbest mess I have ever heard of. I love to read. Like, I love a, a comment that's mean. Now, I don't like it if it's mean about my children, but I don't generally mind it if it's mean, if it's just like, I can't get it. If it's just mean. Hold on, let me look. Let me see if I can find it. If it's just like mean towards me, I really like it because I think it's funny, you know? Okay, hold on, let's see. Oh, yeah, here it is. So years ago, I got this letter, and Kate says this is the first video that she ever watched. I was talking about this. Oh, here it is. And it was written by this person that sent me an email who called herself Sasha Fierce. And she used to write me emails, and I couldn't, um, I couldn't. I love them, and I wish the person would send them to me again. So listen to this email. This is like a random email I get. Okay, so today I was on my Yahoo homepage and I almost sharded, apostrophe fart and shitted, when I came across a familiar name. Another article written by a Tales of an Uneducated Debutante from Middle America. So this was the second email I got. Lady, who died and made you the effing Yelp queen? You know it's called a reality show these days. Obs, you must have fell and hit your pretty little head and thought you were special, huh? I mean, if you think we need a play-by-play of your middle America life, by all means, please pitch a show to Lifetime. Let me make this one short and sweet. You clearly have too much time on your hands. I mean, you're writing reviews for airlines and sandwich shops. I mean, WTF.com. Who does this? And at the expense of putting your kids and grandkids in the media without their consent? Now, Sasha knew that I didn't have grandkids. That was like a backhanded, sneaky, passive thing. I hope they don't grow up to stumble upon this and be embarrassed. You're no worse than Kris Jenner's photoshopping her IG photos and promoting fit tummy tea. OMG, lady, you have some nerve. I know, I wish Sasha would come back. Sasha, I swear, I think went away because I think I found out who Sasha was. And it was a recent graduate from a school in North Carolina called Elon. And I sent the person a message, Sasha a message. And they were like, don't message me again. I'm like, I know it's you. I know it's you. And they never messaged me again. So this is where the problem lies. You think you're special. Let's do an exercise. Look in the mirror after you get out of the shower, preferably, so all your sins are washed away, and repeat. So freaking good. I am not special. I am not special. I am middle America. I am middle America and should focus on more important things. And should focus on more important things. Instead of writing scathing reviews, and and thank you letters to airlines. And thank you letters to airlines. The amount of time you spend on all your Facebook posts, you could be focusing on potty training your kids so they're not peeing in public. Enough is enough. If you're going to pinch me, I'm going to pinch you back. Lastly, I am an acquired taste. If you don't like me, acquire some taste. I mean, if that is not the best thing I've ever read, I just don't know what is. I wrote back, Dear Sasha, I am not a grandma. That hurt the most. I wanted to reach and share my thoughts with you since you were so compelled to do behind a fake email address. Quite a clever one, though. Tales of an Uneducated Hillbilly at yahoo.com. I love that you were a writer at Elon, a wonderful university in my great state, and your best article was on abusing elders. Since you were 25 and not 34, I am your elder, unfortunately. Middle America and Middle America waist size. Last year, you dressed up as Kate and Ashley for Halloween. Your birthday was April 2nd. You turned 25. Havana, Aspen, Kiowa, Minnesota, Vermont, Bahamas, traveling the last year, Chicago, Switzerland, skydiving. I mean, Sasha was at the time a student, had graduated from Elon University. Darn it. I wish I knew where Sasha was now. Sasha's page on Instagram, you can't, it's still private. I might beg. I might pay Sasha to write me some more of these mean letters. I am not special. I'm middle America and should focus on more important things instead of writing scathing reviews and thank you letters to airlines. I mean, that is really, it's funny. God, that's funny. Anyway, come be a subscriber member. See you in the morning for fun. Good night. Happy Mother's Day.